And hello to all my Gemini friends. I'd like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I'll be doing your free psychic tarot reading for June 2022. Now today they've dialed up for you a storyline spread. It is a great spread for general readings because it casts a very wide net across all the different Geminis. It allows me to be quite accurate because it's like a bunch of mini readings all in one. There can be 3, 4, 5, even 6 different stories that they're talking about different Geminis, what's going on in each of their lives. And this is meant to encapsulate a big audience here, but at the end of the day, it's about finding the story that's right for you. A couple of them may resonate with you, but if the first couple do not, stick with it because there is a story that will be a home run for you. At the end of your reading, we're going to do a rune stone. That'll be very interesting to tie into certain stories or maybe the whole thing. And then at the end of that, we're going to do your yes or no spread. That is the extra that they've asked me to do for Gemini. So that's something I need to tell you about right now because you need to start thinking about this right now. What is your question that you would like a yes or no answer to? Spirit is going to answer it for you at the end of this reading in context. It's tough to do in a general reading because we have so many different energies involved, but they're able to do this because time is an illusion. Quantum allows time to be an illusion and it's not real. So basically, you asking it right now and the fact that I pre-recorded this means absolutely nothing. So think about what your yes or no is right now, and we'll get to it. So the cards are already shuffled. We're going to get started right now. No reason to wait. I'm going to bring you in right now so you can watch. Go ahead and hit that like button if you're ready to have a great June. And we are on. Okay, Gemini. These are my ritual cuts. I like to do these live and on camera as well as share my table and show you the cards. Every single time, we're basically cutting each deck into 3 different pieces and then we put it back together in a separate order and it satisfies the ritual aspect of tarot. Now the storyline spread starts with 5 cards and I expand it out where it needs to go from there. So here's your main group. It's also a cool spread because it allows Spirit to kind of go anywhere they want with it. They can talk about love, they can talk about health, anything here, really. Anything that they want. Now as you can see, everything here is inverted. Statistically, that's very improbable. We do need more cards. This deck is usually produces very large storylines, and that's our end right there. Still pretty big. Let's see how the view looks. Can you see that last card? Nope. So let's reposition a little bit. This is the main thing that I want you to see. And I'm actually going to do a discard right now to see if they want me to upright it right now, and they do not. So that means we'll do it by individual story if there is significant blockages. But right now I do need to get my pairings. So, what goes where? One story, one very big story here. A very interesting yet complicated set. Okay, so this is how it's going to go. We have 4 different stories. It's going to look like this. Make sure you can still see it. This is the main thing I want you to see. These extra cards are really just kind of giving me extra information. Less important for you or for your month of June. But still relevant. That's why I share it with you. I share my table. Okay, and then the big one. I will move the camera around so you can see. I know I'm kind of off the view here. And storyline spreads do get large. They do occupy a lot of cards. Real quick, checking the blockages. That one's good. This one needs a discard. They want that all upright. The order needs to stay the same. Very important to do that in tarot. But they all go upright in this story only. Over here, I need a discard here as well. That also needs to go upright. So as you can see, at least so far, what they wanted to do was keep one story just the way it was without uprighting everything. That one's good to go as it is. So there we go. There's our look of the table. Just need Oracle Angel cards and we are ready to go. And then it's just a matter of showing you everything, which is always challenging. Last one, there we go. All right, so let's see how we look, guys, on view. This last one at the end here, I'm trying to get my far right in view for you here. There we go. There's my hand. Okay, there's that whole story. It's a very big one. I'm going to start there with your reading. And we're going to go up here, story 2. Story 3, we'll hit the little one, your upper left corner over here. And then we'll end with down here. Is that all in view? I think so. Okay, so let's get started there, Gemini. Plenty to talk about. Got to do your yes or no also. Move them around, make some room for myself. See it nice and clearly for my Geminis. All right, Gemini, let's start with story number 1. They talk about how major this is. It's a significant thing, and this is for my Geminis who are a little confused about something here. There is the breaking free. There is freedom going on here. I have the devil card inverted. That is breaking free from the devil. Some of you may be getting out of a relationship, getting out of a habit, getting out of something that had a tie on you, and perhaps one that you didn't like. So this is usually good news, actually. And if not, consider that June would be a good month to do that, because that is what the devil means. It's getting rid of something that, you know what, you just don't want there. Let's get it out. That's very full moon energy. We'll talk about that soon. But a lot of you are confused. Let's see why you're confused. Really need to nurture the mindset here. It's also, they're showing that there is a very good emotional draw here. I don't know if this is friends or family or what, but this presents itself very good, but you don't feel it like it is. For whatever reason, the energy there is very joyous, but something's off. Something is missing here. You're just not there. And that's why they say nurture your mind, because there's obviously rewards here or something going on that is very positive and very good, and for whatever reason you either overlook it or you're not content with the way things are going or something like that. And there's an aspect of doing things the right way, which is no cutting corners. We also have that kind of represent toxicity is trying to get in here, and you just can't let it. This is a story here that my Geminis can have zero toxicity. And that could go back to the devil card inverted, which is the purging of something negative, getting it out. And you need to be in an environment that's very positive. It reminds me of, like, let's say AA, where alcoholics go to recover. This is a very, very group therapy thing where you're in a loving environment where you can heal, where you can grow and share your stories and so forth. So there can be, like, they're not passing around beer in an AA meeting. Of course not. So that would be an environment that is, toxic. And that's what they're warning you of here. So you keep an eye on your environment or what you're trying to do here. If this story is about you at all, this could very well be just a small part of my Gemini group. But in a general reading, I have to give it to you all. If you are looking for messages that are private, personal, specific only to you, I do offer those on my website, scottsagent.com. There's other aspects to this too of doing things the right way. Something with somebody close to you is involved here, or at least being blocked. So they may be more involved later, or they need to get involved and they're not. This could be siblings or a close friend. The other thing they show here is the strength card inverted, so they want you to act from a position of strength, not a position of weakness. So they want you to be courageous, be a little bold, be a little brave, and go after what this is, what this purge is that needs to be done. And go after it, and stop asking yourself why and start asking yourself how. How do I get this done? Not why do I need to get it done, but do it now. Do it now in the month of June. Now I'm going to hit the moon cycle right now because they just drew it out. That's full moon energy. So I don't want to go to another story and then have to go back and do it again. While they're talking about it, I'm going to hit it. I like to give you guys the moon cycle forecast every month so you know what's coming. That full moon they talked about, that getting rid of an old habit or a person or whatever you're breaking free from. Full moon here on June 14th. Right smack dab in the middle of June is the best time to do that. It doesn't mean that you can't do it earlier. It doesn't mean you can't do it later. But that is the peak. That is the most pristine time to do it. That's when the universal energies are there for getting stuff out of your life. And it doesn't even have to be about this. Could be unrelated to this. Let's say you need to change an eating habit. Get an old eating habit out. Like, let's say cutting out fast foods or cutting out carbs or cutting out fill in the blank. Get it out middle of the month. Doesn't have to be on the 14th, anywhere around there. Even getting stuff out of your love corner with family. Even getting rid of old stuff, repurposing or selling things. Even getting rid of financial burdens. Maybe getting rid of that Amazon Prime, getting rid of that Netflix or whatever. Get it out. Middle of June presents a much better opportunity to do so. June the 28th is when the new moon energy comes in. That's when you want to bring something brand new into your life that wasn't there before. Now, this could be new love. This could be something new with health, like starting an exercise program or, anything that you didn't do before. That's why it's called a new moon. It's doing something new, bringing new energy in. Presents itself much better at the end of the month. And in June, it's a kind of an interesting dynamic because we have energy coming in for the new moon a little bit in the beginning of the month, but much more heavy toward the end of the month. And that's why we're targeting June 28th. So that is your moon cycle kind of review for the month of June. If any of this confuses you or you'd like a little clarity on it, I put together a graphic that makes this very easy to understand. It's on my website. It's free. ScottSagent.com. You go to my videos page. At the bottom of that is where the graphic is parked. I just didn't know where else to put it at the moment. So it's on the videos page. And you can check out all about June and the ebbs and the flows of that energy. Very important. Story number 2, Gemini. Story number 2, they talk about travel. Travel comes up first. A good balancing travel. Really don't want to leave something behind though. So some of you either don't want to leave the house for some reason or, have something going on that you're just like, what? I need to do this first. Maybe I should travel later. Maybe I should do this. I feel like it's related to travel, but this could just be something that's very beneficial to you that has nothing to do with travel at all. This could be like, detailing your car before you sell it. Like if you have a plan to sell your car, to go and through it, you don't want to do all that stuff, right? It's a pain in the butt, it's whatever, but this is going to balance you. This is going to make you get more money back for it. That's a silly example, of course, but I'm just giving you the energy and the vibe of what this is. So they're saying that you're kind of like, you should be moving beyond something, but you're waiting. You're hesitating and you're waiting. We have really nurturing of your love corner, so family, friends, loved ones, that shows very well. We have good return on investment going on, so that's reciprocation of love. So it's a good time to give and receive love to your family, to your relationship partner. It comes in very, very good. That whole love corner is very good. In fact, they didn't really talk about that there in story 1, and I'm just looking ahead in the other stories to see if we really have much love stuff. A little bit. So I don't want to get in too far right now, but this presents itself very good in the month of June. Good return on investment. The card also means good karma, so it could be related to investing money into something that's going to bring back good returns. It could also be investing energetically for somebody or something who is going to meet you halfway. We have the thinker card, so they want a lot of my Geminis to think about this story, the depth of it, and also give it a little thought, even if you disregarded it, even if you said, you know what, this is not me. I'm not doing any travel stuff. I'm not hanging on to any kind of emotional ideas here where I shouldn't leave or shouldn't do something here with my life. They're saying here to give it a little bit more thought with the thinker card. So they're saying that there's something here that you're missing. A lot of my Geminis are going to be here in story 2 that did not plan to be. That's what they're letting me know. Let's move in here to story number 3. Story 3 is kind of my shorter story, at least as the cards go. We do have justice inverted, so this could be something legal that is just not really pleasant or not in your favor, or maybe it's just not here yet. Maybe this is on a delay, it's looming, it's presenting itself in the month of June, but let's say maybe it comes to fruition in August, for example, or just any time later. That's what the base card means. We also have the Lover's card, so they're letting me know that this has to do with either you and a lover, or you and another person, or two entities, two kind of groups. That's what's going on there. And that's usually how legal stuff works, all in all. It does feel like courtroom related, I'm not going to lie. I usually try to give the advice here to, be a little cautious of police stuff too. Like, just a speeding ticket, for example, would come up under justice. But this doesn't feel like that to me. This feels like it's just something completely different. And this is probably where my Geminis are going to know right away if this story is about you or not. Do you have something legal going on? If so, listen to the details. Could be you. You don't have anything legal going on at all. And, keep in mind that this reading is for the entire month of June. Something legal could come into your life at the end of June. You're listening to this at the beginning of the June. You just discount it and say, oh, that's not me. Well, if it happens, come back and check this out. Here's the details. They do show that there is a money message that comes in early. I don't know if that's money being spent, money coming in to you, or what that is, but they do show money message tied into this story in this month. So the legal part is on a delay or just not in your favor, but the money part seems to happen without issue. They do show poise, so you're getting ready for something. That even makes me feel even more like court stuff. So there is preparation. You're propping yourself up. You're getting ready to do something here, and it's all about you. It's really all about you here. So keep that in mind as well. Maybe some of you feel like this is more about other people or other situations, but they're saying just worry about yourself. Story 4. Move it over here. All right, story 4. Story 4, they give me soulmates for my Oracle Angel card. They show completion. This is mostly going to be for my Gemini couples. We have completion, things getting wrapped up, projects getting wrapped up, very complete, very whole, good to see, very nice. They do show that there is an element here that they want you to hold back a little bit here, maybe not go after everything in full in the month of June. Now, what do I mean by go after it? It depends on what you're doing. Like, let's say you have a project in the backyard that you're trying to do. And, the husband or the wife is saying, you know what, let's get this done right now. Let's do this and do this weekend. Let's put, 6 hours into this day and put another 6 hours into it the next day. Here, Spirit is saying, you know what? Be a little defensive here. Hold back. This doesn't need to get wrapped up in the month of June. This doesn't need to get wrapped up right now. As long as it's getting completed, it looks very good. This energy is a little stagnant. They do show that, and this may not even be by your choice. This may be just situation or circumstance of why I have the Hanged Man coming up here. But this is things on a delay, things going slowly. Okay, and that if that's not describing the situation, that is part of the advice. It's kind of like what I just said there. Take your time. You don't have to rush this. Okay. They do show very good King energy here with King of Wands. This is a lot of times work related. It's taking authority with business, but it could be taking authority with this project specifically, getting a handle on, maybe making a plan. Maybe, they kind of already illustrated that it doesn't have to get done in June, but maybe you should have a plan to get it done by July, August, September, whatever it is for you. Get it planned out. Get it so your priorities up here are straight so that you can just kind of initiate it. You have a plan, just check the things off as you go, and things will get done as they should. And that's how it looks. So that's one of the more pleasant stories. It looks very, very good for story 4 for my Geminis. Now let's get into your runestone right now. This is the part in the reading that I need to tell you guys too, that this is my 1-year anniversary on YouTube. Thank you so much for the support. It has been a wild ride, a lot of fun, a lot of work, but very rewarding, and I hope to be able to keep giving back to you guys in the future. Thank you so much for everything. Even though I've been reading for tarot for 8 years, 1 year on YouTube. So here's your runestone, guys. I think I'm holding it the right way. Let me show you this guy here. And no, I'm not actually holding it the right way. It's like this. This is the runestone for strength. Where have we heard strength before? Well, right there in the first story number 1, where they talked about acting out of strength instead of weakness. It is the month for Geminis to take charge. Act in courage. Act in strength. You have the tools. Don't delay anymore. This is not a time to put things off. With the exception of story 4, that is the little caveat there. Besides that, strength is a big deal for the month of June. Now, what they mean specifically with that for you, you got to put that context in mostly by yourself. I don't know the ins and outs of every little thing that's going on in your life, but in the month of June, please target or almost tunnel vision the word of strength. That's what they want. They want you to be strong with something. Go after something. What is it? Not sure. Let's get into your yes or no. Maybe we'll get some more clarity on that momentarily. I used a lot of cards. I do need to reshuffle real quick, so I'm going to cut away while I do that so you don't have to be bored watching me shuffle. So I will be right back. Okay, guys, I am back. The cards are shuffled. Need to ritual cut it one more time, just like I always do with both. And then we're ready to go. Yes or no for my Geminis. Hope you guys have thought of that. Let's see. On my left is yes. On my right is no. Lots of stuff to discuss there. I'm actually going to have to cut. This has been a big reading for my Geminis. I'm going to have to actually cut the video off one more time because my camera is not going to be long enough to finish this part of the reading. But before I do that, I want to tell you guys, make sure you're signed up for the newsletter. The newsletter for free on my website, scottsagent.com at the very bottom. Make sure you're signed up for that. Very important. And also, while you're at the website, because, well, I should say the newsletter, you get a couple free readings every year. Just by being signed up for it, you get promo codes, save you guys money on readings, all kinds of good stuff. And while you're there, check out the brand new product, guys. It's a small mini reading, very affordable, very, very high praise and great reviews on it. It is my health or chakra scrub, brand new mini product. Check that out. It's wonderful for spiritual health, and on the other side, physical health. It kind of goes over the different aspects, 1 through 7 down your list. And also the My Month product, a very popular one on there, small mini product, very affordable, very high potency, and the animal totem and angel protection one, which is on there as well. So we have a bunch of mini products there. Wonderful for you guys. Nice and easy, quick readings. So let me cut away one more time to reset the battery, and I'll be right back. All right, Gemini, let's deal with the no side first. On the no side, we bring up the devil again. This is the breaking free of something. So they're saying do this with somebody else. Co-create. So keep that in mind, that whatever this purge is, you're not alone. Don't do it alone. Be with other people. Really nurture. They're saying at work, this is a very work type deal. Your work environment is a big factor here on whatever this purging is, whatever you're trying to decouple from. They have a work action going on too. So if there's something that has to do with that you've been thinking about doing, they're saying take action here. Don't hold back, especially if it's involving work. If your question was involving work. Or this habitual purge that we started talking about in story 1 for you guys here. They also have the Emperor card. This is masculine energy here. So if you ask a question about a man, perhaps a deceased loved one who is a man or something like that, we have a man coming up on the no side, very firm, authoritative push. They're saying between worlds. That's what makes me think that this is, a loved one of yours perhaps. We have him saying inaction with money, or maybe just the God card, because the Emperor is the God card in tarot, so it's just like kind of the highest of the high coming in and saying inaction with money. So don't spend money on blank. So if you asked a question about money, I would say that it's coming in on the no side. I'm looking ahead to the yes side. I don't see it there. They do show that there's a new journey involved with this decision and being between two different things, something like that. So this is a time to be a little conservative because of where you're at. They also show theft and loss here, so there's an element where you could lose something or something could be taken from you. They don't want you to do that. They don't want any of that. Let's go to the yes side. Keep in mind, context is big here, guys. We're answering questions for a lot of my Geminis, so how are they going to answer it for you? You have to figure that out for yourself here in a general. On the yes side, they're talking about something that's just bad luck. It is not anybody's fault here on the yes side. This is just circumstantial. It's just bad luck. So it's not your fault. It's not the other person's fault. It's just the way the cards fell. Okay. They do tell me soulmate. So a lot of you have been asking about either your soulmate or your relationship partner, or who you're dating or something like that. So we talk about bad luck first. There's the Tower card inverted. This is getting over a breakup, or this is building something brand new, being a little defensive about it, coming up on the yes side. Also on the yes side is saying, it's a time to hold back. I mean, we talked about that in another story. I forget which one it was now, but that is repeating. And repetition cards that come up, I pay a lot of attention to them. On the yes side, there is just some circumstances here on the yes side that is just weird. Foggy, weird, mysterious, little stick fights. Brand new opportunity for complete growth, though. So keep that in mind. The higher power is coming in and saying that you almost need to remove something on a cellular level, start fresh like brand new where there can be no remnants from the past. That's coming in on the yes side. And then the final thing for the yes side, they bring up Ace of Swords. This is a brand new idea, brand new way of thinking. They want you to consider something new on the yes side. It's just like a light bulb effect, like bling, and there it is. It's also divine inspiration. So that is your yes or no, guys. That is your entire reading. I know it's been a lot, Gemini. Thank you for bearing with and sticking through it. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Remember to like and subscribe so you see the future videos. That's it for me. Have a wonderful June.